What's happening, everybody? Welcome to KA Media House. Please like, share, and subscribe, and thank you all for watching. Let's not waste time, let's get straight into it. Turkey. Turkey have become the first team to be eliminated from this year's FIFA World Cup. Going into the tournament, I was praising them highly. I'm going to do a small breakdown, go into a bit of depth of what went wrong with their campaign, so let's get things rolling. Did you guys see the send-off the Turkish national team got for this year's FIFA World Cup? There was a 1,000-car convoy on the streets of Istanbul, taking them to the airport, military planes, state-of-the-art coaches, flowers being thrown from all angles. It's like they were going to take over the world of football, but I'm just not sure what went wrong, so let's get into it. I recorded a video a couple of weeks ago where I predicted where each team would be finishing in the qualifying groups for this year's World Cup. And in Group D, I put Turkey on top of that group, ahead of the USA, Paraguay and Australia. USA being the hosts, a lot of people fancied them, but I thought Turkey had the better players and the better squad. Their first game was against Australia. They had over 70% possession against Australia in that game. They had over 30 shots, 8 of them by Arda Güler himself. They had a few chances, they had a good few decent chances to score, but Australia on the counter, bang, 1, bang, 2, scored 2 goals, and that was it. And Turkey had lost that game, and I'm thinking, is Australia a good team? They've beaten Turkey, they can't be that bad. I watched Australia versus USA yesterday, and Australia were awful. They couldn't pass, they couldn't dribble with the ball. It looked like they were playing underwater. So I'm thinking, is this the team that beat Turkey 2-0? So that was, a shock to me going into it. And that was a poor performance by Turkey. Nevertheless, let's not go so harsh. Let's give Turkey the benefit of the doubt. Opening game of the World Cup, big occasion, things are a bit cagey. They'll play Paraguay and they'll have a much better game. Then the game against Paraguay comes along, and we saw how poor Paraguay was against America in the opening game. That America schooled them big time, had them off the park. They couldn't even play. I thought Paraguay were rubbish going into the tournament, and watching that game, I knew there's nothing Paraguay going to offer. So Turkey going into the game, maybe they got a chance to redeem themselves going into. So the game against Paraguay score in the opening 2 minutes. Galazzo scores the goal, and the Turkish are already on the back foot. They had over 78% possession in this game, another 33 shots, 6 on target. They hit the post and the bar a couple of times, but they ended up losing 1-0. And there was a weird situation where the Paraguayan player got sent off for covering his mouth. He said something to one of the Turkish players, and the referee reviewed it and said, you covered your mouth, and it's a new rule that FIFA have. If you say something to an opposing player and cover your mouth, it's deemed a red card. So that was strange, but I thought Turkey had bigger things to worry about, and they couldn't get back into the game. They lost, hands on heads, and they're going home. They're the first team to get evicted from this year's FIFA World Cup. That's a big shame how things ended for Turkey in this year's World Cup. They still have one game to go where they have to play the USA. They go into that game having scored no goals, got no points, and had over 60 shots. So big disappointment. The tactics were wrong, everything. They didn't play well, to be honest with you. Vincenzo Montella, the Italian coach, a lot of people are already asking for him to be axed. So I don't think he'll be there once the tournament's over. And it was a big disappointment. The convoy and all the fans that sent Turkey off to the airport, will they be greeting them on the way back? I don't think so. But it was a big disappointment for Turkey. But maybe next time they'll have to go back to the drawing board. But anyway, that concludes this video. Thank you for watching, guys. Please like, share and subscribe, and take care.